That's weird how it does that. It
What?
shows past broadcast of 1 second for uh
Before
stream that
going
you
into the
just
commercials.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the last month of us having a full freaking stockpile. And ironically, because we curated our searches, we could actually, I think, have a full stockpile for the next 2 months if we get the cards to do the searches.
Yeah. Or since we have too much money, we can put that uh action on somebody.
Action?
The
Oh,
one
right.
that
Yeah.
takes it from the reserve and puts it on the board.
Yeah. We have a few things to. Whoa. No matter how much albuterol sulfate I jammed down my throat before I start streaming, it still happened.
Alright, now it shows up. And I already saw an ad, so it's not hitting me with one now.
Yay!
That's good.
I do not know how the PlayStation app works, but that sounds like entirely stupid. Like you should just stay on the main screen waiting for the damn thing to finish. Oh my god, we increased the population of 2 different safe havens.
Yeah. That's how much money we had. Just like, I don't know, nothing to buy. LA or San Francisco is the one that has not been eliminated yet.
Oh,
I
right.
failed to kill something on the West Coast.
I'll say Mexico and Den of Beavers is down. Is Atlanta down?
Atlanta's down. It's either
I do
LA
not
or San Francisco.
I do not see LA or Atlanta on there, so let me double check here.
In 66, no,
Atlanta, one Atlanta's in there, and they only get one, right?
Bogota, Denver. It's gotta be the.
So it looks like. Yeah. So it looks like LA. And Atlanta is just not on.
No, Atlanta is destroyed, not package 6'd.
Okay. So wait, the only what is in package 6 right now?
One each of the black cards, all of New York, Chicago.
Apparently one Johannesburg.
Huh.
I don't think
I
I've
don't know why we
updated it
would
in a
have
bit.
package 6'd that.
Oh, that's right. I memed Johannesburg. That's right. I think we package 6'd it because we were running out of time, and we just like do it.
Yeah, I think we didn't want to bring the scientist in again, type thing.
So, there. Now the game has the Altana joke.
Like the law says it should.
Yeah, like the law says it shouldn't, actually, but... Alright. What now?
Reveal the stop sign.
Oh yeah,
This
I
is
still haven't
first
finished putting out
Fortnite.
the no cubes. I want to make sure I can finish that first.
Okay.
We didn't take care of anything in this area, right? All like our focuses
Yeah,
are pretty
that-
much this area and Lagos. We unlocked that. I think we already
Oh,
used Sasha.
Cartoon is not safe yet.
Yeah, but our focus is pretty much this area and Lagos.
Yeah. And killing San Francisco.
Okay.
No, LA.
We are going.
The idea is to get rid of LA and Cartoon. With
We
the
have not.
scientists
Okay,
in
so this is the
Fortnite.
whole. We must unlock Europa right now. This one's the. It forces you to. So after Europa, it's Africa, and after Africa, it's the Middle East.
Yep.
And if we were reading the story, it would actually warn us to go do that shit. But hey. Give us by the ground.
Yep. Alright, so grid supplied, let's only have 2 on, or we can just draw immediately.
Nah, I was just gonna draw immediately, dude. Good news, everyone! Both the Frankfurts are in the game. Already. Lagos, Istanbul. And the reason why I immediately pulled is because we usually just say no, put as much on there so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, well, I figured we were doing the scientists, so we just have like 2 there.
Lagos, my Agos, Nodnal, and the Trips.
Alright, we still haven't package 6'd any player city cards. So is our epidemic stack still on the 9s or is it in the 10s?
Nope, it's on the 9. We can add literally one more. Oh! One more city card.
Well, we're gonna have to do that in the second fortnight.
Mm-hmm. Now, I believe you were talking about some weird strategy between last week and this week.
Well, for sure, it's that we get the scientist in here to take care of those 2 spots that we don't want to deal with.
I thought the strategy was something along the lines of unlocking more cities or something.
Oh, it's actually for August.
Yeah.
So for June, it doesn't matter. It was more for what we do,
Did it
the
go along the lines of
Fortnite
let's
that we
not complete
unlock
the search until
the
we?
Middle East.
Was it along the lines of let's not complete the search until we get our asses over there? I think.
No, it was along the lines of uh, I think that we don't get shelters until we recon that second Black Town. So since the first fortnight we can't win, and we'll have reconned and possibly had to triangulate, which is another objective, we might end up in a impossible to keep the Hollowmen in check while not losing. So then we could start like what you call it, forecasting ogre and ogre to lose by decking out.
I mean,
But our
still
deck
the
is
ability to
super
forecast
thick.
and get cards in our hands is still kind of really good.
Yeah.
Especially since we always, make sure the deck is going to be the correct size. Speaking of which, 80 and 9, so minus 6, so 82.
So the first no, we take 9
83.
out of it and then add 9 again, so
80.
it's going to be 1 through 8, then 9 through 17.
Now, you sounded like you weren't sure about that.
Math is hard. Also, that doesn't add up right at the very... Oh, wait. Yeah, it was 79 previously, so that does add up, right? Right, because we gained
2
cards
it just
in an
occurred
epidemic,
to me.
and we lost.
I think we're going to be reducing that by 2. Did we already separate out the old rationed events that we don't usually do?
Well,
I only saw these 4 in there, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, okay, well, I guess we already separated out the... Is it that we also had airlift and extended timed?
we would have previously, yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure we had the right number of cards. Anyway, so 9 through 17. So we only added 1 card?
Yeah, because we added 1
We already added 1 epidemic for this.
Oh, Frankfurt's 2 player cards and Khartoum's 1. So we added 3, then took away 2 funding. So we only netted 1 card. Speaking of which, is 61 accurate for that? I believe the answer to that is no, that we are at 62 city cards with 25 yellow.
So we're at 62 cards, so we can add exactly 0 city cards before we hit the next epidemic.
Neat. So
is it just me, or do you feel like black is underrepresented in our deck?
it's almost as though there's only one city to add that's not black left, and we've already added all of them.
I'm more surprised there's going to be more blues than there are yellows. For some reason, I thought they had balanced out the numbers. Hold on a second. There was a produce supplies in that deck. Hold on a second. We're gonna do a full-on recount here. We're gonna go Florida style. Like, we have no doubt there's 12 black cards. We have not added a single one.
Right.
And, you know, hopefully we haven't removed a single one by mistake either. Ah, fuck it. Full on recount. We're even counting the Bader votes here. See, that's an American joke because nobody cares about Bader. $12, blue 25, yellow 24.
His parents.
Not even his parents, no. Okay, somehow a produce supplies made its way into that deck when I was originally separating out the cards.
Okay, so it was originally right then?
Yeah.
Okay. Then how do I math?
Well, we can do this the old-fashioned way. So, let's do this the old-fashioned way, and then we'll do it the natural. We'll do it so there's going to be 9 decks,
just
right?
Shuffled. Well, we
I
haven't
hate all these lock points. 1,
dealt
2,
our
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, but we're going to take away 9 cards and then add 9 cards. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Alright, looks like we're adding 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 7.
Down came the
1, 2, 3, 4,
stars,
5, 6, 7.
along with the heart.
So, obviously, 8. So we go sure.
Without a sign, without a chance.
8. Okay, so 8 plus 9, 17. 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. 36, 45, 54, 63, 72. So, yep, no, that's correct.
Okay.
We mathed
So
correctly.
making up our deck of 80 is 61 city cards. 8 of those. And 4 rationed events would put us at 73. That's why
Plus
I'm-
8 PMSs, plus 4 UREs, plus 3 labs.
Oh, okay.
The number 3 PMS is the number of ones that we have that don't kill the cards.
Produce maximum supplies.
Yeah, major supplies actually, but
Yeah.
that's the number of those abilities that we can use without killing a card.
Yep.
So we have 8 total major supplies, 3 of which can be used without killing a card.
Right.
Anyway, so I believe we're at the point where we're going to dole out the bitches. That's a farmer if I've ever seen it.
Well,
Well, we have 2
oh
possible
yeah,
farmers.
we are playing.
Anywho, I don't know if we are playing. Yeah, I don't know if we're playing farmer right now, but you know, obviously, it's either given to this person that has 2 yellows or this person who already has Paris.
The person who already has Paris can give Paris to farmer or builder, and then builder will already have 2 yellows, which is
Which is enough. Yep. So we are bringing the science bro. Now, are we bringing farmer or radio operator? Probably farmer.
yeah.
maximum
Farmer
sprinkler?
radio operator doesn't have anything to do besides
Besides produce supplies a lot and hand it out to everybody.
right.
So we could stick the farmer at the sprinkler location, and have maximum sprinklerage, because I have to zoom in for you to see the line because it's not viewable from out there. But there's our line. That's a legal line according to the rules because it didn't touch land.
Yep. It literally sprinkles to everything but my eggs.
And I don't think it's possible to sprinkle to Lagos.
No.
Here's where you go.
no.
Challenge accepted. You write like your own custom card, and it said portal technology discovered.
Yeah.
All right, so honestly, both of these are great farmer's hands.
Portable is slightly better for farmers' hands.
All right, there he goes.
But scientist would be wanting to trash parrot a city card to go somewhere, so I would flip them.
Don't you tell me what to do. Okay, scuffle. That's just satisfying as hell. Alright, is there any other setup that we need to do? I think we've done it all. Besides rolling for first player.
Yep.
So, like, I'm not retarded. This rule does overwrite this rule, right? But at the same time, because it didn't literally overwrite that rule, it's kind of funny to think about it, where it says you get 9 epidemics over here, you get 5 epidemics.
But it does.
Like, because it's only because it doesn't literally paste something over that, right? That's literally the only reason. But like even for me, that is being pedantic for the sake of pedantic.
Right.
But I just thought of that as something hilarious, because it's always like weird to think about. Every once in a while, you've got to, you do got to make sure you're not taking the rules hyper literally.
Right. Any hooter. That bone.
Okay,
Let's
so
roll it.
white starts at the Xandars. Blue starts as the Freaka Blues. And you start off at Vampires. Because you're a vamp ear.
God. We have 3 produced supplies, and we can only do 1 at the start here.
We're definitely going to have to start using them, get them out of our hands, so. Looks like the first person to go is our science bro.
Sweet. So, I guess.
So, I'm just going to point out, I don't think LA came out, did it?
It did not.
Yeah.
But Frankfurt did.
I don't think we're nuking Frankfurt, are we? It's such a convenient spot that the only thing I would ask for is we just connect Frankfurt to Paris. To make it easier to get to no matter which direction you're coming from.
Alright, but we are nuking Khartoum, and Khartoum is in the discard.
Is it? Yeah, we are nuking Khartoum.
Okay.
So if you don't go directly there through direct fight, you can go 1, 2, 3. And still have an action remaining to do something.
Yeah. That seems legit. My 4th action would be to use portable to produce 5 cubes.
Alright. Let me just assume you were picking up what you...
Yeah.
I hate my allergies. I hate my allergies. You got good air and an epidemic. Well, you did nuke this thing, so now Khartoum only adds 1, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is LA's at the top of the deck. That's the good news.
Istanbul and my eggs, eh? All right, what's construction Thanos gonna do?
I mean, I see no reason for him to produce supply to either make. I don't see no reason for him to make supplies because I see that as a
Yeah,
waste of an
I
action
mean,
when farmer and you need to get produce supplies out of your hands. So
yeah. Well, then I'd say action one should be to go to Cairo to divvy up these cubes since we don't have a radio operator.
well, I mean, my thought about that was farmer is going to go 1, 2, sprinkle. That was my thought about
Well,
those cubes.
I
So
figured farmer would.
something that this guy can do. He can go 1, pick up your cubes. 2, 3, drop some off at Lagos.
Yeah.
That way, that also sets him up to be in yellow.
The Yellow Lands.
Let's see here. How many was he going to drop off? He's going to take 2 for himself, obviously. And let's just drop off a good solid 5 since this is a nice stack and I don't have to worry about it.
Sounds good. God, having Paris this early with the builder is just insane.
Now we infect.
Like, oh, I get to build in yellow and blue, you said. Oh, you also have one more action, bruh. Because you get to slide to the...
So I guess he took 2 more of your cubes and built a satellite there.
Yeah, seems legit.
Alright, so the first thing farmer does is a normal produce supplies and picks up the cubes.
Okay, is the farmer gonna go to the blue satellite and deliver Paris?
Yeah, so that was first action. Second action, go here. Third action, delivers.
And fourth action, before moving, make it rain down in Africa?
Yeah, I would have made supplies over there. And drop 1, 2, 3, 4. Top of that. Frankfurter and eggs. So, yep, it didn't come back by the time it got to your turn. I was pretty sure that would happen.
Well, dang. Alright.
Oh my god. Do we have
Well.
too much future knowledge for me to undo something? Because I forgot that Lagos was already at 8 pop.
Oh, you'll get to Slinky somewhere and then build...
Yeah, well, Slinky to Soap, I guess, or Slinky to King Sasha, whatever works.
Yeah. So... Neither of the cards in my hand is worth doing the thing. So I will make supplies, build a black satellite.
Make supplies and build a black satellite, eh?
Um,
Let's see here. Oh, you're gonna build it in Cairo?
yeah, make supplies, build satellite, make supplies, then drop 2 on Cairo.
Really? Okay. Drop 2. You still have one little nubbin.
Yep.
Man,
Ah, finally, I can use my power on Nodnall.
sure. Alright, let's inflict some nonsense. Kuro and LA. Hey, LA's back in that stack, Brian. Do you think it'll be up by the time you get back to that turn again?
Mhm.
Ooh.
I don't think we'll be in safe epidemic draw.
Alright, well, use slide to the left for the free action. Then a combination of 1.5 billion abilities. Drop the supply center.
So that's action 1.
Yeah, because he slid to the left. Action 2.
You can go to Paris and build there in this amount of actions.
Like 2, 3, build at Paris.
Yeah,
action
but
number
I don't
4.
know if we want Paris to be at 8.
Ah, we're fine with it being at 8.
Okay.
Wait, no, he doesn't have the cubes unless he picks them up from Farmer.
From
While
or
he was
from Paris.
Mm,
Oh, yeah, he did pass through Farmer land.
I think I'd rather pick him up from Paris, considering that the farmer can sprinkle, and the farmer is about to achieve maximum sprinklers at Istanbul. Oh yeah, use these cards. Wabam.
Alright, it's your second action, and we have built 2 out of 3 supply centers.
No, it's not his second action. He built, move.
No, I meant it's your second round of actions, and
Oh.
you've built 2 out of 3 supply
Frankfurt.
centers.
Yeah.
Frankfurt and eggs.
Yep. So, yes, Ashley, it says that we are the fated, like within like the first month, I think is what it says that in the story cards. Oh. Well, whatever. That I forgot I already drawn for you. Whatever. 1, 2. I produced when I was at London, and I produce while I'm at Istanbul, because that was the plan, and I make it rain on Frankfurt. Hey, look at that, I drew an epidemic. It is Tripoli. That huge Tripoli stack. Lagos and Cairo. Hey, look at that! LA is still not in the pile.
Neat. For a second there, I thought I needed to take care of Lagos because the stack is stacked so tightly that from top view it looked like
It's just
only
one cube, man. No.
All right. So, do you want another blue cure there,
Does
or another yellow cure?
whichever is less actions for you, as either is a cure.
Okay.
Like honestly, what's
So-
gonna happen is he's gonna soap and then he's gonna slide to Buenos Aires.
Yep. So, I'm going to take, or I'm going to go to London, take all the cubes, produce. So that's
So you're gonna take all.
two
shit.
actions. What?
God damn it! What was the name of this area? Xandar.
Xandar? With the next?
So when you take all 4 cubes, you get 4. Then when you produce supplies, you effectively add 3 to the region.
Yep.
All right. What now?
Now, that was first action was move there, second action produce supplies,
Mhm.
third action give you Johannesburg, fourth action take a cube from stockpile and place it on Nodnal.
Yeah, because you use that ability.
Yeah.
Like that ability seems so weak. Why are we using it so much?
Because what else am I gonna do?
I don't know.
Them on London?
Hey, we're
To
halfway.
Betrayal
No.
Legacy before my computer crapped out and we couldn't get people to. We can finally build more black research
Yeah.
stations.
Betrayal
Given
Legacy.
we literally
yeah.
can build 2.
We started the game, but our players decided to quit on us. The good news is I didn't have to spend $100 for the game. Bad news is I kind of wanted to get more than 2 months into the game. For Betrayal Legacy. Anyway, where are we? I need to.
You drew, you have not infected because Cairo is on top.
Istanbul and the legs. Okay, so I mean, it sounds like he's going to. He has no cubes. All right, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 2 cubes to draw. Is it 2 cubes to draw a line? Right?
Yeah, it's 2 cubes to draw a line.
2 cubes to draw a line, and then slide and pick up 2 cubes, and then build supplies in it. So, and that's just the first few actions. Now Paris is looking mighty weak, but our farmer's about to go, so.
We're in safe epidemic draw, right?
I think so. If not, oh well, we actually have the guy that removes an epidemic right now, so.
Right.
So
okay.
then I pick up 2. So first action was draw a line. Then I slide using his ability, so still no actions used. So now, free action to pick up cubes. Now, second action to build a supply center.
Yep. So on your third turn, you have built all the supply centers needed for victory.
Yep. It's too bad since this is a Thanos run, we aren't going for victory. We're going for money. I mean, 2 actions remaining. Produce cubes twice, I guess. Make cubes twice? No. Save some for produce supplies. I don't know. I honestly don't know, Brian. Do you have an idea about what to do for the last 2 actions of this guy?
Not really. We already have a black satellite.
Mm-hmm.
He's 0 movement from the only place to build it effectively.
Yeah. I mean, pink we sort of always do together, so. Since we don't have a third player. Anywho, so now time to draw two. You can build satellites for cheaper. Yay! Oh, Ash, I don't think you've seen this, but every character we have is a Thanos meme.
You can never have enough memes.
Oh! I actually didn't know you were watching.
Well, we know now on account of you posting in chat.
Ah, I see you there too, Baroness.
Okay, we clearly didn't infect since that's Paris broken
yeah,
wing.
on top. Lagos, and London. Lagos is looking a little bit thin there. I mean, if I Ash Ash the AALTF. If I wanted to, I could look at the users in chat and know that you were there. Anywho,
Going on mute for a sec.
going on mute for a second. Okay. I literally see you in my. I also literally see you in my activity feed, as in followed. You followed me yesterday. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Alright, so this guy has a few actions to do while you're on mute. So, first action
Yeah, I'm back.
is with
Is to
Cairo,
build.
Cairo, Paris, and all the abilities I have. First action is to build. A free action to move once. Wait, wrong color. Free action to move once. Then second action is to build. And third action is to stand back and look at a grateful universe.
Alright, you have 2 more actions.
I know I have 2 more actions, Ryan. I know I do.
Well, I can beam you up, Scotty. Yellow cure.
You can also beam me up,
Or
Scotty
beam
Blue
you
Cure.
up, Scotty, a blue cure.
Well, I guess Frankfurt doesn't have a
Wait, let me rephrase
No, it
that.
does.
I can beam you up, Scotty, 2 yellow cure.
Oh my god. Okay.
But
So
at the same time, we're getting to the
he
point
has
where
laborers, so
we're
he can
running
use
out
one
of
fewer
supply
card.
centers,
Yeah.
right?
he has we have one more supply center to build. He has laborers, so he requires 1 fewer card if he spends 2 supply cubes, and he requires 1 fewer card. Period. Plus, he has Paris. That is exactly how they can build it with so few shit. And also, just for reference, Cairo had foundation, so it counts as 2 cards. So it normally costs 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't think there's a way to reduce that cost to 0, is there, Brian?
No. But there is a way to have it cost 1 card and not even have to spin the 2 cubes.
Really?
Yeah, because we have infrastructure that counts as 3 cards.
Oh yeah. Let me think here. 2 actions remaining. So you said 2 yellow cures? All right.
Yes, 2 yellow.
Looks like
cures.
Lima and Bogota are getting some. Are actually, you know what? L.A. and Mexico are getting some yellow cures.
Gucci.
The good news is to give me 2 yellow cures, you only have to give me 1 card or 2 cards now. You only give.
But that means I don't have to use my other power to just
Istanbul,
teleport
Cairo,
there.
and Frankfurt. Cairo and Frankfurt. All right, what's Farmer gonna do? Farmer is going to do what Farmer does best, as he moves 1 space and achieves maximum sprinkler. He produces supplies. I only need to drop on 1
Makes
location right now.
supplies.
I produce supplies twice. 1, 2, 3. Drop. Let's produce supplies 3 times. And then as one of those drops, I drop all 6 of these on Cairo. Oh, and since this is hard to see, we decided to draw a line that doesn't touch any land spaces and goes all the way to London. So yes, besides Lagos, he can drop literally anywhere that matters right now.
Yep.
Well, we have another card for a
Well,
broken link.
And LA, since somebody won't draw it
Yeah.
without
I'll actually
drawing
probably
an
draw it pretty
epidemic
soon.
before it's my turn.
Lagos, Tripoli, and nope. Lagos is looking mighty light. But again, Lagos is also at 8 pop, so I don't think we care.
Yeah, plus Lima exists.
Alright, what's Scientist gonna do? By the way, are we in safe or danger draw? We're in... Okay, we're in... One of these cards has a potential of being an epidemic.
Alright.
No, wait,
So just
none of these
to
cards. None of these cards have a chance of being an epidemic. You're in a safe draw.
Just to make certain, there is no Los Angeles in the discard.
Yes, 100% there is no LA in the discard. There is an LA ghost, but there is no LA.
Roger. Okay, I'm going to trash. I'm standing on.
Blue is standing on
right
Istanbul.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take 3 cubes off of Istanbul.
Therefore, forcing the farmer to deploy on Istanbul.
Yes.
The farmer is
I
displeased
mean, there's
with
still
your choice.
4 cubes there.
The farmer
So,
is
I
displeased with
take-
your choice.
I take those. I'm a trash Chicago to get to my eggs. That action 1. Actions 2 and 3 are to beam you up, Scotty. I'm
Got it.
gonna keep Kinshasa.
Are you going to keep Kinshasa? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because what good does it do?
I don't know. War.
Yeah. Okay, and then I make it rain on Lagos. With all the cubes.
Well, you straight up have the ability to drop on blue without even handing cards. to
Why did
anybody.
you just draw 3 cards?
I brain farted. Brian,
the
when I say I'm hopped
infection
up
rate-
on meds, I'm not lying. I am hopped on meds.
All right. So now you draw Los Angeles.
Yep, and then immediately afterwards a LA, Cairo, and London. Got it.
In other words, if we hadn't used the broken connection, we would have murdered it right this second.
I mean, yeah, but let's use broken connection every time, man. At the very least,
Yeah.
LA's back on top of the deck. So it doesn't matter that we know that card because we know this next card is a safe draw no matter what. So we didn't get any future knowledge. Well,
Yeah.
we didn't get much future knowledge. Anywho, Mr. Vampire, what's he gonna do? What's the builder going to do? All right, build, slide to the right, and build. Hold on a second, let me double check. Oh, wait.
Right. But
You know
you're
what,
going
Brian?
to need to pick
You
up
know
the
what, Brian?
cubes off of there. what?
Should I just?
You want to pack and 6 it instead of destroying it? No.
It keeps disappearing though.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put up with it coming back up from the next version of Epidemics.
Okay, fine. So I take 1 cube. I as my first action, I do the builds, and then I slide to the right. Or before I slide to the right, I produce cubes.
Mm-hmm.
Slide to the right. Second action is build another supply center. Hey, look at that. We're out of supply centers in the bag. I reassign Johannesburg.
Yeah, and that's your third action, right? Because it was build supply center, produce. And
build,
then build supply center.
Builds, produce, build. And as a... I'll be fine. As last action... Last action is get 2 supply cubes because we don't know where he's going next anyways.
Yep.
Hey, look at that. Epidemic, Brian. I told you. I should have just package 6 that.
There was no way to hit it anyways because we had 6 more cards to draw.
This is Season 2 of Pandemic Legacy, and the way I like to describe it is we're playing the diseases. Because it's our goal to put the cubes on these areas. Tripoli, Lagos... Oh! LA!
Yay! Gets another epidemic.
That would actually be impressive if we got an epidemic before. So, yeah, the way legacy games work is you make changes to the game and they change the way later games are played. So, like, this guy just started off with like just the skill scientist, and we've bought these upgrades as the game went along.
Yeah, I think regular pandemic has less meme.
So, Pandemic Legacy Season 1 is actually closer to the way Pandemic is played, except for one disease can never be cured. So that's pretty fun. Anywho, I guess it's Builder Guy's turn? No, wait.
Yeah.
That was Builder Guy's turn, right?
No, that was. Oh, yeah, that was Builder's turn. It's farm.
Okay, well, I gotta spend a card because I'm gonna be at my hand limit. Oh, geez, we had extended forecast this entire time. I could have guaranteed LA to be on top.
Well,
My
you
bad.
can get close to it now.
Yeah. Let me think here. I don't know what to do as my actions. I mean, I guess produce supplies 3 times and drop trowel on 2 different locations. And I'm just going to trash the unrationed event. So drop these 4 on Istanbul and these 2 on Paris.
You're gonna leave. Hang on. Why are you putting 2 on Paris instead of 2 on trips?
Oh, that's a good point.
Is-
Trips is actually looking pretty bad. In fact, I might want to reverse
Yeah.
that to putting 2 on Istanbul and 4 on trips then. There you go. AALTF, you also got to keep in mind this is our 3rd time playing Pandemic Legacy Season 2. So, we're not sitting here and trying to like figure out how all the rules work. We just know at this point.
Yeah, it's harder just remembering what rules are not.
Not in play yet.
Like, oh right, we haven't unlocked fast travel yet.
Yeah.
What's Khartoum do again?
We've already searched it.
Or it was a one-time?
Yeah. It was one time, give your card away.
Right, as we won the game.
Yeah. Now, Salami is the one that we want to search to get this line right here. I don't know. I don't know if we even care about.
Serves no purpose.
It might serve a purpose if we're like here and have to make our way. Yeah. It depends. I mean, we're also reassigning Cairo because we don't want that to max out its population.
Yeah, and London, I guess.
Yeah, we're reassigning Cairo, London, and Johannesburg because we don't want those to max out the props. Anywho, did I infect yet? No, I haven't. Lagos, London, and Frankfurt. Lagos is also looking mighty thin again.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any kind of sprinklers I need to do here? Maybe on Frankfurt?
So it's Scientist's turn.
Yeah.
You discarded that crap.
I mean, Scientist, if you give him a blue card, he has another cure.
Yeah, that can wait.
Man, I'm just gonna point out.
It seems like we have on my tel.
It seems like we have really heavy, portable antiviral labs in Purdue supplies right now.
Yeah.
They're really heavy. They're sinking to the bottom.
Half of the produced supplies were light AF.
And half of them are the most densest produced supplies you've seen in your life.
Okay, so I go to LA. That's 2 moves. I 66 it and take the cube.
It's 2 because you got to get 2 as a center. Yeah, so you use your scientist ability to get rid of LA permanently.
So my third action is to make supplies. No.
You grab the supply cube.
Yes, I do grab the supply cube. I'm just debating whether I make supplies efficiently or go to Lagos and drop 1 cube.
AALTF. Just FYI, just to get the idea, these are actions you unlock as the game goes along. As in, you don't even start with all of your actions. You actually have to earn them. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to make supplies once efficiently, rather than going to Lagos
This
to
is
try
your
and
third
prevent
action,
the
right?
plague cube.
That's your third action?
Oh. Yeah, you're right. I've only moved twice, so I efficiently produce supplies again.
Okay.
Or make supplies.
Yep.
Alright, that's that. I draw 2 and don't have to discard.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for Cairo, Istanbul. Okay. Okay, so we didn't give any cards to the construction guy. Fair enough. So what's a construction guy to do except for to go 1, 2, when they were in Vormir, produce supply. And when they're over in Lagos, drop supplies.
Okay, so that's
Oh wait, 1
effectively
free move.
only been 1 move.
So 1 to get there, 2 to make supplies, free move, 3 to drop supplies. So he has a 4th action.
Yeah, you could produce supplies twice before dropping on Lagos.
Yeah, fair enough. So that way you don't have to worry about Lagos for a while.
Yeah.
There are literally 0 black territories to add those cards to. Okay. Istanbul, Tripoli, and Lagos. Oh, also another thing to keep in mind, AALTF is we're doing a challenge run where we're trying to purposely lose half the games.
We're trying to lose the first half of the month by drawing the entire without losing any population and only gaining population by building a bunch of supply centers. Which is like getting a cure in regular pandemic.
Yeah. Like our goals are build 3 supply centers and we have to complete 2 of these objectives. Where we're just not doing any of these other objectives right now. We're trying to purposely lose the first Fortnight. So now it's Farmer's turn because I did infect, right? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Cairo, London. Of course, it came up as card number 3. So the good news is it's still on top of... Oh, wait. Doesn't that mean both of them are on top of the deck now?
No, that was the one that was on top of the deck.
Was it now? That was pretty deep. Have fun with your wife. So, farmer's turn, eh?
Farmer's turn B.
Well, sounds like Farmer is going to do what Farmer does. And that is produce supplies 3 times. And then drop twice.
Frankfurt and Istanbul, I guess, are the lightest.
Okay, well, I will trash Jacksonville and card. No, wait. There's no reason to keep the black cards. I'll trash black cards here.
Yeah, there's no reason to keep the black cards. We can't build anymore.
Mm-hmm. London. Okay, so the good news is our very last card was a broken link, so we don't increase our infection rate, and we just break the link here. I'm going to volunteer your Cairo since your hand's full.
The guy that... Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
So that's the good news, is that. The bad news is, if we don't draw an epidemic, we're increasing our infection rate.
Yeah.
Alright. Science, bro. There's literally an entire
Lagos
infection
yet?
deck. What?
Are you sick of Lagos yet?
Well, see,
And
now that we've
it's
got... Now
Pretty
that,
clear where I'm going with that.
yeah, I mean, here's my thought. Now that we have Frankfurt, it might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, now that we've thickened it up a little bit. Alright, I'm going to
I mean,
trash...
getting rid of all of Lagos will put us below our 15 count, though. Which might mean we definitely want to get the 10 epidemics.
Yeah, we're getting to 10 epidemics here in a sec.
You mean
Or
the second half of this
Next
month?
fortnight, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm going to trash chicken... I'm going to produce twice, then trash Chicago to arrive at Salami.
What? Did I hear you correctly?
I'm gonna go ahead and search Salami to draw a line to Khartoum.
Aren't we going to
And
save
then I
that?
move into Lagos.
Okay. Are we going to save that for, one of the months where we actually have to search, though?
No, every time we connect a new city, the city we connect has a search.
Oh, this
on
is...
it.
this... Okay. Alright, so you search the salamis. Hey, look at that. There's a supply line. Seems pretty weird. But oh well. That line is too thick.
Besides, we can always search Ratland.
Alright, action number 4. Get your ass to Lagos.
Yep. And,
We have completed one search.
66.
You can only 66 one of them, right?
Yes.
Are you going to, Are we going to
I'm gonna
inoculate the other two?
66 the top Lagos. What were you saying?
Are we going to package 6 the other two while we have it available?
Nah, I'd rather make the rains down in Africa dead 5 ever.
So what you're saying is we'll never make it rain down in Africa?
No, we'll never make it rain in southern Africa.
True. I mean, we still have some cards that we got to package that because we didn't want to delay of game, so...
Yeah, the only one is 1 Johannesburg.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's all 4 actions.
You didn't draw an epidemic. So, while this does go up, we still use the infection rate 3. London, Istanbul. Of course the third card was a Broken League Paris. Okay, so... Alright. Farmer... Or, not Farmer, Construction Steve. What is Construction Steve gonna do?
Okay, I don't have Lagos in my hand. So you can't just take it and then relocate one of the thingamajigs.
Oh my god. We can further increase the amount that Istanbul can sprinkler. And whatever city this is.
Oh yeah.
Istanbul could be maximum sprinklers.
Oh, we could also set it to sprinkler onto Titan.
Why? That's a follow-up question
memes.
as why. And I'm gonna say this, no.
Yeah.
Like, the only line of those that we drew that was that first game, because I was tired of making the trip from here to here, so I was like, screw it, we're making the line from here to Cairo. Because for us, Cairo was always in danger.
Right, and we didn't have it as a permanent research station early on.
Yeah, no, we didn't. But we've learned our lesson to make Cairo a permanent research station as soon as it seems viable. Anywho.
Yeah. Anywho.
Construction Thanos. What the hell is he gonna do?
Produce 4 times.
He's not at a...
He's not at a research station.
I mean, he could just go 1 to Vormir and... Oh, wait, wrong color. 1 to Vormir. 2 to Istanbul. Produce twice, hand over cubes to Farmer Joe.
Produce 3 times because
because
the
one of those was a
move
free
to
move.
Vormir was free.
One of those was a free move, yep. So there you go. Farmer now has 6 additional cubes to mess around with.
Doing the mess around, eh?
Mess around B. 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, you're still good there. Istanbul, Cairo. Frankfurt, Frankfurt. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but while Builder Thanos has nothing to do, the best thing for him to do is just hand cubes to the farmer for sprinklers.
We just have everyone standing on one spot.
With maximum sprinklers.
Yeah. Just like, no, we're producing 24 cubes per round.
There's nothing you
And
can
just
do.
making it rain in a circle.
Because he could, like, as long as we trash Moscow when it comes out, and we trash Navarro when it comes out, and we eventually trash Lagos here, we will be able to literally hit every single space that matters.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanos. I drew all four, right? Yeah. Alright, so that was Thanos' turn. Now it's time for Thanos' turn. I guess produce supplies twice. Drop supplies a total of 3 times?
Yep.
And hear me out here. Forecast. To get Paris onto the top of the deck.
My only problem with that is
Or Lagos.
that I also want a Lagos.
Yeah.
Under the
Maybe if we
Paris.
see it like Lagos, Paris, Lagos, Paris.
Well, Lagos Paris for your turn, and then it doesn't really matter after that. Like, it can be Lagos Paris, Paris. If there was more Paris available, but there's not.
Yeah, there is no more plaster of Paris available. There's just 2. Oh God. I don't think we set up to make that pun, but here we go. Anyway, I'm going to use Extended Forecast. And we're going to set up the first, how many cards? 8 cards.
8.
We're going to set up the entire deck. Got it. Alright, let me see how much of a safe draw we're in. We've had 4... I can do it after I draw the cards, right? So just in case that's an epidemic in there.
Yes, you can.
Okay, no epidemic in there. I still have to discard 1. I guess I'll discard New York.
Yeah.
So now I will extend it forecast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now extended forecast the entire deck. Of course, both the Lagoses were at the bottom of the deck, Brian.
Neat.
Okay, so the way we want this is Lagos Paris on my turn.
Yeah, then Lagos so that it's still in the deck. Or still near the top, I should say.
Hear me out here. We're at 38. We're guaranteed to draw the epidemic before it gets back to him. We stick Lagos at the bottom.
Ah,
Logic not follow?
sure. Yeah, it'll be guaranteed to come out whenever an epidemic comes out.
But also, we have Let's Do That Again.
Yeah.
So then after that, we can once more attempt to get...
Call the unworthy.
Yeah, we can attempt once more to get Lagos on top of the deck. So, for the Broken Link, I will discard one of my cards because it's filled with a bunch of useless-ass cards. Well, I guess technically black cards are a little bit more useless, so... Yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah, one from Lagos. One from Plaster of Paris. Alright, Brain. What you gonna do, Brain?
I kill a Lagos for free.
Mm-hmm.
I add a cube from the stockpile to not. So that's my first action, is putting a cube on Nod and All.
Non-null's looking a little bit light, but, you know, I can just sprinkle on it when it comes back to Farmer's turn.
Yeah. I would make it rain on Lagos, but that's silly.
I mean,
I've done
it
one
is-
action. Is there 3? No, there's only 2 left there. Okay. I guess I'll move to Vormir, then move to Trips.
That's your third action. Or the action just
Yeah,
make it rain, I
and-
guess.
Yep.
How much?
6 additional.
Yep. Okay. There's the epidemic.
Well, that means I don't have to discard.
Mm-hmm. Frankfurt, Istanbul. Frankfurt, Plaster of Paris. Man, Paris has been coming up as the last card for a while now. I think it's
Yeah.
trolling us.
They see me trolling. They hating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see, I hear you, but I don't acknowledge your existence.
Whoa.
Construction guy. I guess, since he has literally nothing to do... Wait, he actually has 2 yellow cards. He can start building supply centers.
Yes, he can move the supply center off of Cairo.
Probably... I'll move it off of... Either one works, yeah. So... 3, 1, build, move, produce supplies. So, one of the actions is going to be a produce supplies. One of the actions is going to be a free move, then a move, then a build supply center. Removing, just double check the bag's empty. Okay, moving it off of London. So, free. First action move. Second action, or first action make supplies. Second action move. Third action build. Fourth action GTFO.
Yep.
Because we don't want to stay there.
Back to the sprinkler.
Yep. Back to supporting the sprinkler. Okay. Do we want to... We want to forecast on my turn, probably. So, Lagos, Plaster of Paris. Okay. We discard a black card, that's useless. And as long as I don't draw an epidemic, you're gonna get the last Lagos out of the game, right?
Right. And if you do draw an epidemic, we can literally forecast that entire deck.
Yes. So we Gucci gang then.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so
Are you going to build a yellow extremely inefficiently?
nope. I am just going to do what I do. Produce 3 times, drop twice.
Okay.
Actually,
London's
this might
looking
be a
light.
produce 4 times situation. No, Frankfurt's looking kind of low. Yeah. So 4 on London, 2 on Frankfurt. I remember I had to convince you to do this combo when we originally had Farmer in our first game.
I think it was a 2-player game, and uh, we were kind of more focused on getting supply centers built than control.
Okay, so we're going to... It worked the first time on Forecast, and the top of our deck is going to be Lagos and Plaster of Paris. The rest of it is I don't care.
The rest of it is the other Paris on top, and then I don't care.
Wait, the other Paris was in the top 5? Oh, yeah. Other Paris on top, then don't care. So... Yep. Alright. Hey Brian, Lagos is in the deck there.
Alright. Lagos, I take all the cubes off
1,
of
2,
Lagos.
free action. Free action.
Oh. No, I trash a card
Okay, so 1.
of the
One
Denver
free action, free action.
variety. Yeah, I suppose before I do that, I take everything off of trips and do a produce supplies there.
Okay,
Since
so
it's
1, 2,
wait,
3.
is never mind.
There's not even
There's
8
only
cubes in the
fucking 2
stockpile,
cubes.
dude. You have 2
Alright,
actions remaining. You want to draw the line from Lagos the cartoon?
So I've done 1 action so far.
Move there. Yeah, you have 3 actions remaining. You want to draw the line from Lagos to cartoon?
Sure.
Yay!
That's action 2. Builder, do you want more yellows? Do I have more yellows to give?
You have both of your yellows to give.
Okay, do you want them?
Does Builder want them? Not really. The question is, do I want to up a blue territory or yellow territory? Considering both have pretty much the exact same population, except for Ratland, which you will never up.
Yeah.
Considering that's the case, it really doesn't matter which one he builds on. I guess blue is more important, and he already has blue. He could use
Okay.
1 more blue to keep the blue train going, though. But I only have Cairo to move off. I guess I can move Paris
trips
off,
and
since that's almost full.
yeah, so is trips.
Yeah, Cairo, Trips, and Paris are almost full. If we want to just use their actions to use their actions.
Okay, so that was 1,
2 to draw a line.
2 to Vormir, 3 to.
No, 2 to draw a line.
Oh, okay. Then
3 to Vormir.
3, and
Just set yourself up to pass the blues
Oh.
along, if we're going to do that.
yeah, I'll set myself up to pass the blues along then.
Alright. 3, 6. Alright, what are you discarding?
My eggs.
Okay, so... Yep.
and then I discard Kinshasa, or let you discard your black card for Paris.
We control the builder together, man. Yarsh.
Ming.
Yarsh.
Gorsh. Oh
Gorsh.
God, we still have 15 more turns.
Can you still forecast even when there's no areas to scratch off?
I don't know.
Because I would just love to just plow through that deck.
I mean, we can start thinning this deck if you don't want it so fat, but that's also going to increase our infection rate very rapidly.
Yeah, because we're going to get down to 0 infection, or we're going to get down to 0 card draws extremely rapidly. Wait, what?
Our infection pile is going to get is already very slim.
Move a home
So if we
I mean, I guess we should look up if for monitor you can do that even if you... Even if you can't scratch off a box on the frequency scanner. Because, man oh man, when we get that unlocked, I sure would like to do that very quickly. Just plow through this deck. Wait, then there'd be no point, Brian. Now that I think about it. Because it's scratching off and getting a result is what gets you the ability to plow through the deck.
No, the monitor action lets you plow through the deck. Scratching off stuff lets you draw.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's the other way around, dude. It's the monitor action just does the monitor action. The scratching off the card is what gets you the plowing through the deck part.
John, the point is to discard 16 cards on your turn. To go through 18 cards on the month that we're or fortnight that we're trying to lose without getting too many Hollow Men out. Getting them into our hand doesn't matter when we're just trying to
right, but I'm
draw the
pretty
whole
sure,
fucking...
like, it's if you see this symbol, draw 4 cards. Right?
Oh, okay.
No, wait, this one does say
in
draw.
that rule stick. It's
No, it
in the
does say
rules
draw.
sticker that goes in the rule book rather than on your action.
No, wait, it
hand.
does say that. It says draw and discard. Never mind. I for some reason my brain skipped the draw part.
Right, but if you have scratched off every box on the frequency scanner card, you may no longer do the monitor action.
Oh, did you look it up?
Yeah, I looked up the.
So
fact.
we gotta make sure we're doing those when it makes sense to do them. All right, well let's hurry up. Okay, so is it Farmer's turn? I forget. Where are we at?
So, Paris is on top of the deck because that was Scientist's turn.
Okay, so now it's Construction Guy's turn.
Yeah. It's Construction Guy's turn, and there's only 4 supplies in the stockpile.
Yep. So then I piss off our farmer as the first free action. 1 free action. 2 is build the supply center. 3 is move. 4 is build a supply center.
Those aren't foundations, and I believe you can't use Paris
Yes, you can.
as its own discount.
Yes, you can. Read it.
Oh, okay. Cool
It just has to be
story
the
then.
last card I use. That way, you know, the effect still happens. But yeah, okay. So we're gonna take off
Right.
of Tripoli, and I believe we said we're taking off of Cairo too.
Yeah.
That just also leaves Paris. Paris could probably not use the 8th population if really necessary. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of my build it cheaper.
Well, I mean, how unfortunate is it really? Where else can you build?
To be fair, he's running out of actions, okay?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Earlier when you got to London, you chartered a flight there, right? You did your special action to get there? Runner?
Yeah. I had trashed a blue card to get there.
I just wanted to make sure that we didn't think that we had a flight path there, because we don't. Anywho, time to draw 5 infections. Frankfurt, Istanbul, Frankfurt, Cairo. Frankfurt, Istanbul, Frankfurt, Cairo. Cairo. So two Cairos, 2 Istanbuls. Wait.
It
One
was 2
Istanbul.
Frankfurts and 1 Istanbul.
Yay! Alright, well. Is there a difference between the editions?
It didn't come with a box. As far as I know, there's not a difference between them other than the box.
The guy who uploaded the mod is kind of confusing. It first started as this edition. It first started as this edition, which was the black edition, which is the guy that the picture that guy uploaded. Now, is there a difference between the two? I don't know. But then when the guy took the guy who uploaded the black versions mod and scripted it and uploaded his yellow version. So I don't know. I don't think there's a difference between the two. So as to if the original guy uploaded a black or yellow version, I don't know. Yeah, as far as I know,
B movie here.
no, as far as I know, the only Legacy game to actually have multiple different versions, you couldn't tell when you originally bought it, and that was Risk Legacy. If you open up the box and you look underneath the plastic, which you're normally not supposed to look underneath, there's a little package that says "Do not open ever."
Yep.
So,
Alright, so farmer's turn.
you know what Farmer's gonna do? Produce 3 times and drop twice.
Yep.
So it looks like I'm dropping on Istanbul and Cairo.
Looks like Cairo and Istanbul.
Yep. Aliens were a part of the default game. What my specific copy had, and this is just my specific copy, is apparently I think we unleashed a virus upon our world. But aliens invading is a default part of the game. Sure. I'll just have a completely yellow hand for the memes. Why is that a meme? Alright. London,
Because it's
Tripoli,
2019
London,
and
London,
we're-
Istanbul.
Yeah, I did not pay attention.
I mean, I've been debating if I should go through the effort to take my physical copy and port it into here, because there already is a Risk Legacy mod that I downloaded. Boop, right there. I've been debating like moving my physical copy and continuing the game, but for that to be interesting, you know, Brian, Nick, Kit. I'm trying to think of who else.
Pedro and Corinne.
Yeah, I don't think Corinne ever played it, but Pedro and Matthew. Yeah, those 5 people would definitely have to be on a lot more. Like, they are in the Discord, but they're not on that often. And even if they are on, they don't reply.
Yeah, Jardon probably played too.
No, he did. He was one of the ones I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
There's an interesting app that I heard about that apparently is entirely audio-based. You stick it in your ears, and there's like a narrative about zombies chasing you going on in the background.
Hey, do you want another cure for blue?
I mean, yes, because I think we want to remove it off of Paris.
Yeah.
Like, we set up our teleport network early on, and then once the Farmer Joe settles down, the Farmer Joe has settled down. He's making routes here where he can get everything that matters.
Alright. So, I'm going to give you 3... And you have no cubes on you, right?
No, he doesn't.
But you have a portable, so...
yeah,
doesn't
he'll have that.
matter. Alright, then I will go to the sprinkler since it's sprinkler season.
Okay, like just 1, 2, or will you teleport?
1, because it's connected.
No, it's not. You're on London. There is no flight path there. Oh!
There's a water path.
There is a water path. I keep forgetting because we had to make that line so freaking tiny to make this work. Like, let's not sit here and you know, fluff about it. That's one tiny ass line.
Yep. Alright, so,
One.
hey, farmer, take all these cubes, blocks.
The farmer's like, mm-hmm.
Alright, then draw dos,
Is that all your actions?
and then draw cinco.
Oh, yeah. That is all your actions.
Yeah.
You got the Colorades. So you can establish supply lines for 1 fewer cube, so we can get this line for 1 cube, Brian. Literally, I think with the way our board is set up, the only other possible lines to draw, especially since we're not unlocking these, are this line and this line.
We can also make redundant connections between
No,
things
we are
that
not
already
making
connected by
redundant
sea.
connections.
We
We've
did it
already
between
done that once. That's already happened once, Brian.
No, they're not connected by sea.
Oh. Yes, you're right. They aren't connected by sea. Alright, well, that's Tripoli. Jesus Christ, a 13-card infection deck, Brian. A 13-card infection deck. 4 more. Frankfurt, Istanbul, Cairo, and Plaster of Paris. Frankfurt,
And it was the last
Paris,
one, as
Yep.
usual.
Istanbul, Cairo. Yeah, that card is trolling us, Brian. Yes, we could build Jacksonville the soap. That is true. Oh god. Okay, construction dude. Well, the first action he does is portable antiviral lab to gain 5 cubes. Then he does his free action to get the Chicago. And then he moves the supply center.
It's feeling pretty hard to lose right now since our deck is so damn thick. It depends on your player count too. We had a much rougher time in 4-player than we did 2.
Yeah, we played 2 players, and we found it to be like easy mode. 4 players, we had problems in that, like, say this guy has something that needs to be done, but then we have to go through 3 separate turns before we get back to that guy, and usually things go to shit before that guy goes up.
Yeah.
So
Until you've gotten the Topaz lab, is it? Or Opal?
the second lab
The
is
one where
Jade.
epidemics stop.
Yeah. Until you
Yeah.
get Jade, like it's panic time. Yeah, the only ones that we've done we've done 2, 3, and 4. We ended the 4-1 early for a combination of things. One of which was, wait, which one did we do for? Was that the game we dropped?
Yeah, we dropped the 4-player one because we had hit a point where
We were
We were-
forced to unlock the Middle East many months before we get shelters.
right, and it was impossible for us to win for several months without doing that.
Yeah.
So we just kind of went, yeah, we're not going to deal with Holloman like that for that extended period of time. So we're just gonna
Anywho, so
give
he
up.
produced, he made supplies, then he built
He
That's the
made
second.
supplies, slipped on over
to the
then
other
built.
side.
So he's done 2 actions.
Well, you know what the rest of his actions are going to be, right? Move over here, make supplies, give them all to farmer.
Yeah, and then I'm going to be like, hey, I've got this produce. You want another 16 cubes?
It's not at 8, it's at 6.
No, move to Xandar.
Ah! Move to Xandar, make 16, move back. Jeez. Although, I'm just going to point out, since that is a supply center, just producing twice produces the same results if you produce supplies and make supplies.
Oh, yeah.
Amber alert. Okie dokie. Either way, it's time for him to infect. So we got Cairo and Istanbul. We've got London and London and London. Neat. Okay, so, how many places I have to drop off at? 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of have to drop off at all 4 locations, don't I? Paris is kind of
Yeah.
safe. So that means I can make supplies once and then do 4 drop-offs.
Yep. If there's already 2 cubes on... Oh, there's only 1 cube on Istanbul, but you do have Lima. I would not bother.
You are aware we gain
dropping
scars
on
for
Istanbul.
starting our turn in that state, right?
It's not at any time, it's during your turn.
Is it at any time? Oh, it is at any time. Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
so we Gucci.
All right. Well, then that allows me to make supplies one more time, and then the 3 locations I'm dropping off at are London, Frankfurt, and Cairo. And I guess these 2 will go to London. All right. Draw 2. Useless card. Go.
Oh, I guess you're not memeing it up then.
Produce supplies is still good.
Yeah.
So these 4, Frankfurt, Tripoli. Oh, Tripoli, Paris. So we draw Tripoli, then we draw Paris, and we end the. I thought the second Paris was already out of the deck. Was I wrong? I guess I was wrong.
Yeah. Got too many cards in your hand, May.
Yeah.
Just trash a yellow.
The meme has been broken. We are no longer meme lords. All right, Brian, your turn. Let me guess.
All right.
You start with picking up the
So
cube.
I pick up all the cubes on Istanbul.
Oh, you pick up all the cube on
I
Istanbul.
produce supplies,
Okay.
which gets 6 on there,
Yeah. Do you pick them up?
which I immediately pick up and produce another 6, but leave the second 6 on there.
Come on.
Make supplies once, and then do I have anything in my hand that's relevant? The answer is no.
You can make a
So-
satellite right here for 1 cube.
Yeah, no. I'll produce that last cube and give
Everything to farmer.
to my man.
The farmer's just having a grand old time. The farmer's like, "Geez, guys."
Irrigation.
All right. So, Frankfurt, Tripoli, and now we need 3 more cards. Istanbul, Nodnal, and Karo. So I think your computer just broke, and we're putting air quotes around that. And what you're doing is you're just forcing me to play this because I always make you pick up all the cubes. All right,
Well,
build
The best way to find out would be to come up here and fix my computer.
So now the Build-A-Bro workshop.
Picks up all those cubes and produces 6.
So in
JK.
other words, no, okay.
I mean, there's
He's
not
already
6 to
gonna run.
produce yet.
He's already gonna run out of actions just producing 3 times. Or he's not gonna run out of action just even producing
Well,
3 times.
I guess slip somewhere and then drop then.
Where is he gonna slip to drop? Paris?
I guess.
Okay, he slips to Paris and drops at Paris, I guess.
And then moves right back.
No, his 4th action would be to drop. He took 3 actions to produce the cubes.
Oh, yeah.
Just want a one quiet night to one quiet night at this point.
Yeah. Other thing, do we want to start thinning our player deck or not until we
See,
uh
I really want to thicken up our infection deck before we thin out our player deck.
okay.
Because, and I'm just going to point out, if that was our goal, we're failing because we're actually at less cards than we started this round with. But hell, we're at less cards than we started last month and the month before that and the month before that.
Yeah,
In fact, we're at
I
the
just
fewest
realized I
infection
destroyed
cards.
5 cards.
We're at the fewest infection cards that we've ever had. What?
Yep.
Just have a deck of 2 cards. Have them both be Paris.
I mean, that's fine and dandy until Paris becomes like, oh, by the way, Holloman.
Yeah. We're waiting to do that until after we unlock shelters. I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
So, like, the thing
Yeah,
that we're trying to prevent
'cause-
is round 2 bumping up the 5 infection rate because we just go through the entire deck so much.
Right. Or even before we have an action, just like, oh shit, we had to draw 9 cards during setup.
Holy shit! Yeah, if we that's actually kind of hilarious if you think about it. Draw 9 cards during setup. We don't have 9 cards in the deck.
Yeah, because if we have to shuffle Holloman Gather into that during setup, that would very quickly turn into oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck.
Yeah. Like I said, do we want just one quiet night this, or do we want to wait for Epidemic?
It doesn't really matter.
Just one quiet night this. Gets it out of our hand, allows us to keep doing nonsense. Oh my god, no, we're not one quiet nighting this night, because Farmer has nothing to do. London, Istanbul. Tripoli, Cairo. Frankfurt, okay. Hey, look at that. Farmer has some stuff to do. He produces 3 times and drops a total of twice. Farmer's like, I have too many cubes.
You can never have enough cubes, mate.
Okay, he drops this fattest of all stacks on Istanbul. And then he fattens up, let's say Tripoli.
The trips.
In fact, you know what? Okay, yeah. Doesn't matter. Draw 2.
I would say back to the mean, but produce supplies still has merits.
Yeah. And now we're gonna one quiet night this.
But then what will I do?
Okay, fine. What do you? I guess we'll draw here. Plaster of Paris. So the answer to your
Okay.
question is I don't know what you'll do.
All right. Discarding Ratland. Cool.
Like, my brain is sitting here struggling to figure out how it's
All right.
possible for us to lose.
I put 1 cube in London.
Brian, just help me out here. Just help me out here.
Yeah.
How is it possible
really
for us
not
to
at
lose?
this point.
And is there anything
we're
we
just
could do on the board?
sprinkling in.
Because I'm willing to just call it right
as-
now. Because for the last, I think, 12 or 16 turns. I think 12. For the last 12 turns, we've done nothing but this exact same rotation.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that the only way we could possibly lose is if we get multiple epidemics in a row. And even then,
Not even then.
and even then, that's only removing 2 off of the exact same spot, and then a third one for when it's drawn.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Um,
Do any of these places have 3? What's that? No. And even if it got a play cube, we're just gonna Lima it and then immediately just fill it back up again.
Yeah. And then redraw Lima from the discard.
Because I have that.
Yes.
So
That.
I was
Well,
gonna say,
no.
like, let's not bother doing these last 7 rounds. We've won.
Well, since we can do something about something, do we want to set up to permanent 1 satellite because we are not permanenting
What
a
is-
yellow satellite because that would force us into a
We've already
already
s-
completed objective.
We've already set up to permanent that satellite.
Okay. Well, we aren't permanenting any research stations.
No. Like I'm just done trying to lose here because I think
Yeah.
I think, like, just let's add a rule here that if in 3 rounds after we've obviously achieved victory, if it's obvious the game can't do anything to screw us over, we win.
Yeah, because all that can happen is London could possibly get 5 cubes removed from it at once.
And
And-
we're staying on top of that shit.
Exactly.
I'm done with this. I'm done with this month. We've wasted enough time. I'm saying we're adding the house rule now. Predator face.
All right. Why are you doing that one instead of an absolute win?
I just to see if I could get a chuckle out of you because Predator face looks absolutely ridiculous. Hold on a second. I got something. Why is that still making me laugh? I saw it this morning. why it's making me laugh is because I've seen my dog eat eat flies out of the air. I've seen it happen.
You've seen it.
I've seen it, yes. And plus, it's just those eyes. Those eyes. I don't know why those eyes are making me laugh, but they do.
Yep. Alright,
I
so
just remembered I wanted to
since
post this somewhere.
we just shreked so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scripting doesn't expect us to be playing super weird where we build a dozen research stations. Is that all the cubes from our sheets too? What? Neat. Not at all. And Johannesburg. No, we unlocked more permanent research stations. It's just dumb and it's stupid and it's stupid and it's dumb. Alright, there is a pause since it's the first half of the fortnight. Or yep. It was still a hub for fixing everything else. But yeah, we destroyed it and then never thought to build enough to move it. Well, there's a pause, so we might have new stuff that we can buy. $49 was in the same kajigger. Sweet. Yeah. Do you already have that meme, or do I need to look it up again? We for the captain, we're using I don't even know who you are because we will never play him. Unless we're gonna start buffing yes. Yes. Bottom deck to which one? Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, and I found a decent uh, link for that. Yep, just did. Oh, I just figured you'd get a chuckle out of that. Oh, I mean, it's not so much an Alzheimer's joke as uh old people just kind of being like, "Hey stranger, like you're a grown-ass man, adult. I don't recognize you." But yeah. The whole sheet. I didn't think about a sanitation officer one. Oh yeah, I think so, since he's gonna be the carrier, right? Oh, I did make one for this day extracts a heavy toll. Yeah. Why he's the sacrificial one? It's because he always draws 2 player cards unless he gets stuck with an epidemic, so he can just pick any card out of the discard, uh, at least one, to start his GTFO, since you have to discard a card matching the city that you're moving to. Uh, yeah. Right. Like, we have to get a red into the discard or in somebody's hand before he can start moving. But the second that happens, he can just sprint. And then we just keep on shoving more and more cards into his hand from satellites. Um, sure, the other one that would be Possibrew, this day extracts a heavy toll, yeah. Which I had already linked on the 21st there. But either works. No, we have the guy that does shelters. Like, he has as okay. Alright, so you already have the meme. Is that Logan Paul thing, or is it something else? I yeah. I mean, I don't really understand the context of that meme with the shelter bro. Or the scruffy bro either. Oh, did we even use that cost one? Like... Oh. Gotcha. Is it a GIF?
Does this work? Yes!
Nice.
Yes, am I right?
Yes.
Yes,
That's scruffy.
that is Scruffy. Did I already make one for this? His ability. No. But that, am I right? Am I right, Brian?
Yeah.
You should have gone for the head. Snap. Yes, that's perfect if he is our sacrifice guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that was worth it. Okay, so how much money do we have again? Shit, we got so distracted. 25 cities. We have 6 monies.
Alright, are we permanenting the black satellite?
Yeah, so we'll. Is it 2 for those satellites? I think.
No, it's
3,
3 for the satellites, it's 2 for the shelters.
Yeah, there's 3, so we have 2 money left over.
I thought we were at the 6.
No, we have
money
25
worth.
cities. Or, yeah, we have 3 money left over. You're right. So here's the abilities we have access to.
Yeah, coordinator's crap and we don't need scout still.
Yep.
And honestly, we don't want either of those two.
Next month we're gonna need smuggler. Or we could use smuggler.
Yeah.
Next month we could use smuggler, not need it. Use it. There's a
Right.
difference. Yeah, I have no clue what to spend our last 3 money on. So what do you say we keep boosting up pops?
Okay.
Because we don't.
So
We have well stockets, but we don't have the city. We are going to well stock it.
right, and we're out
nothing
of
else.
foundations and whatnot.
Yep. Nothing else. So unless we wanted to permanent
Alright.
one of those structures, we're done.
Nah. All right.
Well,
I guess
hold
we'll
on a second.
max out.
Hear me out here. Istanbul.
Hear me out here. You want to build a research station there literally every round because it's a sprinkler.
Yeah. All right. God. These are ridiculously high pops. Okay, so are we gonna have 2 of these at 8?
Yeah.
So that leaves
Yeah.
we have 1 money left over.
I guess we'll boost Ratland since it's at 1.
Sure. There we go. We now have 2 freaking of these centers at 8. Why? I don't know. Yeah, but I
more
actually
money
had
than
forgotten
some-
that they allowed us to finally use gifts. That's awesome.
GIFs.
Yeah, for GIF, I don't care.
Yeah. Any hooter.